Wonderful. So everyone keeps telling you what Bitcoin should be, what freedom should be, whatever else. How about number one? Think for yourself. Stop listening to a group of guys in a decentralized protocol who keep telling you what a protocol is. How about we actually think that a fixed protocol might be good? Why? Because if you can't change the protocol, then there's no God in the protocol. There's no me. There's no anyone else. There's no core team. No one matters. It becomes the best companies developing the best products. I always thought that was what Bitcoin was meant to be. I didn't think it was about a group of core developers sitting there going, we're the best programmers in the world. I'm not. That's why I hire other people. My code is shit. I'll actually say that. I mean, I put case statements in my fucking code. Everyone hates case statements. My documentation is about as good as any first-year bloody programmer. It has some nice references, but that's about it. Yes, I did actually teach C and other coding, and like every academic coder out there, I have no idea about real-world coding, and that's why they don't let me near code in the office anymore. But that's the point. How many of you think that by trusting some guy who can change the protocol, that makes it better? How many times has the protocol changed in the last year? Anyone have an idea? So back in 2013, a company in Australia I had, which you're going to find out because of things, we actually had 45 staff in Australia in 2013. Coders, developers, researchers. That's how big I was in the background when no one knew what the hell I was doing back then. And do you know what? We kept developing things that would have been out now, and we kept changing them. Back then I called it iDemon. Everyone changes my names now because they don't like my marketing names and hate them, which is fine. I'm not a good marketer. I've learnt to be better with people. I've learnt to be different. That's the world. So if you're going to change a protocol, think about this for a minute. What does money need? It needs to be stable, right? So what happens if I sign a transaction now and I want something to be there in case I die, for my children, my family, a legacy? What happens if they change the protocol? We're about to see Bitcoin add some new little features and snore and all this stuff so that they can make it more crime-friendly. Because if we have no logs, then of course government can't stop us. Ignoring that Liberty Exchange had 30,000 nodes and was more decentralized than every cryptocurrency in the world combined. Any of you knew that? No? Aaron Budwowski went to jail because he, just him, and a few other people, they were centralized. People are centralized. This is the big thing. You can take down something like Binance because of a person. You can't take down a decentralized protocol. You can when you can change it. As soon as you add power to the protocol, it's not decentralized. When I said set in stone, it's because people want power. I don't. I wanted to be left alone. I actually had a quite nice life. I didn't get heckled. I was in the background. It's actually very good to have money and have no one know who the fuck you are. It's a remarkably good state to be in. Better than anyone can imagine. I can tell you right now, you don't want to be famous. What you want to be rich, just rich and unknown. It's a wonderful situation. Once people start to know you, it's completely fucked up. Only way to put it. Once you are known, things change. I mean, I was at bloody Heathrow Airport about a year ago now. I was walking out and this guy in a SWAT uniform comes up to me and goes, "Excuse me, sir, are you Craig Wright?" I go, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Oh, I saw you at Arnhem. Can I have a signature and a selfie?" After I just about shit myself, but all right. So let's think about the protocol again. We want to build. That simple. If you want to make something else, if you want to create a new coin and compete fairly, I don't care. Go for it. I have no problem with some of the other things out there that do that. I have a problem when you make an airdrop, and an airdrop that is fraudulent, where you copy and change a little bit and make people believe you have something new. See, here's the reason SPV could work. You don't change the protocol. The miners enforce rules. The users, so it's a combination. The hats and the guys with machines. And both have to do the same thing. If both do the same thing, then the miners split off and they have no one. If the users go fuck you, they have no one. It's called balance. That's the key of the system. You need all of it. If you start having a group of developers who go, "I'm the greatest developer in the world, I can add Schnorr." Why? What is the reason? When did this start happening? When were the changes? I can tell you, I was there. It's all because of bloody Silk Road. No privacy. Well, actually there is privacy. There is not anonymity. There's a big difference. People want to make this thing that they say will get around government. You don't do it by walking up to a government official and kicking him in the fucking nuts. I'm sorry. You do not make a system that will change the world by finding the big bad gorilla and kicking him in the fucking nuts. That simple. Really. How do you make something big? You grow it. Imagine if we were here today, not with 50,000 fucking altcoins, but with one Bitcoin that ran all these different protocols, that acted as a universal source of money, that also ran fiat, that allowed exchange, that allowed trade. And then think, if there's no single developer to target because the protocol isn't changing, try stopping that. When you put a person at the top, then you have a target. I didn't want that. I wanted not to be the target. Because while I'm here, people will go, "Oh fuck, we can target this guy." The hard bit is not to change. What we're going to do is very simple. We're going to scale Bitcoin. And we're going to have the protocol so that a transaction that was written in 2009 and signed will run in the year 2100 that hasn't been on the blockchain now, that can be sent then, and will still be accepted. Now, you can say that's backwards. I say Silicon Valley's bloody fucking backwards. They're freaking warped. They've got this whacked out idea because of a group of people who've never experienced the real world, thinking code is law, and thinking because they've got huge amounts of money quickly, they've never learnt what it's like to really be in a hard situation. And I've known many people from Silicon Valley, and they are like that. They're all freaking whacked out and up themselves. And very simply, if we want to build a system that'll grow, if we want something that is going to be stable, if we want people to actually take this seriously, then we can't keep changing. You can't flip protocol every second week. Anyone know when the last TCP/IP change was made in IPv4? Anyone? There was one on April 1st, about 15 years ago. They added the evil bit. And here's the really terrible thing. The evil bit is actually there for a very good reason. If you're running malware It is there to signal that you're running malware so that people know to filter it. And none of the bad guys decided to implement this. They just refused to follow protocol. I guess that's why it came out on the 1st of April, but that's in the protocol now, and it's just not being followed. So what if we actually have something stable, and we have something that allows people to build? Not, you have to ask me. I mean, what the fuck does permissionless mean? Who wants to tell me what permissionless means? Go for it. Fairly much, yes. That's a very succinct way of saying it. Bit circular, but without permission. I don't need to ask anyone. So right now, if I want to build something on core, I need to check with core developers what the change is going to be in 6 months, 12 months, whatever. If I build something like Facebook, it is not going to build itself into an empire in a week. If I build myself a POS system, point of sale, it's not going to be developed in a month. It's not going to be sold. It's not going to get venture capital. It's not going to raise money. It's not going to be valid unless I have time. And if you change my protocol quicker than I can build anything, I can't bloody build anything. What the fuck do I care about this for? It just becomes flavor of the month crypto shitcoin, which is great for exchanges. I mean, think about it. If every single one of you had your own shitcoin, you could all go to an exchange before you buy anything, and the exchange can tell you, based on a Twitter poll, how much they think you're worth today, and maybe if they don't like you, they can downvote you, and then your personal shitcoin can go down or up in value depending on which exchange lord you want to beg down and grovel to. And if you grovel enough, and you beg enough, and you go, please, please, they might even let you buy a coffee. That's a wonderful future world on thousands of shitcoins. I can just imagine Jihan out there going, bow to me, worship, I will let you buy a coffee. And CZ will be out there going, we're going to bankrupt you because I don't like you. I had a Twitter poll. He's going to. He doesn't like me. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. I don't trade shitcoins. I don't really need any of this, and I can build in the background. So have a nice day. Everyone wants me to do what they think I have to do, their way. Guess what? Fuck them. I'm going to do things my way because I want to prove my point my way. And you know what happens when you have a bunch of social justice warriors sitting in somewhere like Twitter or Reddit? They have things like, oh, I've got an email from a person who sent an email to a person who sent an email that promised that PDF here was created fraudulently by Craig. That's evidence. I'm pretty sure it is because they've said it is. That's how things work in Twitter space. It's how things work where you can edit things and alter things. That's not how it's going to work in the future, because I want to see a system where we can actually timestamp things and prove things, not before. Here's the thing people don't get. You cannot prove something before an event. People want that. People like Greg and whatever else want that because that would actually help them with an argument about Silk Road, etc. If those keys can be moved and changed, then you can say that, no, it's not actually Ross, it's another person had the keys, so it proves he's not guilty. Doesn't work that way in law. The real world, we have rules of evidence. We have rules for companies.